live? Yes, live. It's Door Court.
We're live.
With Steve, Ukraine, Mark Espinoza, and me.
The coffee's done.
Are you still drinking coffee at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
I'm so sleepy all the time.
Oh, man. So Walker's got a race with you going on for just dead tired. He has a night football game in San Jose that starts at 7. So
Tonight?
So they won't be home until like 11 easy. And then got to go to school tomorrow. So it's kind of
right.
like, he's like, yeah, maybe I'll just roll in whenever I feel like it and then just go, I'm a football player.
Which
all right.
Senior year.
I'm sure they would probably be totally okay with.
His first class is health. So as a senior, he's kind of he's got classes like that. I'm going to health class. Oh, I'm going to Steve Ukraine's.
Oh, what's going on here? Did my camera just go off?
Yeah, man. Well, you got Walker's cutting your wires.
Yeah, I didn't even
like
say
how you
anything
were
bad.
talking
Hold
about
on, let me figure out what's going on here. Hold on.
What
My
a
wires.
goddamn shame.
My wires.
There you go.
Oh.
So that's Mimi and I made 60 turkey sandwiches yesterday, and she's making about 15 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the non
Turkey eaters,
or it's more like the people who aren't afraid of peanut allergies.
Oh,
Although, I mean, it's so funny. You can't. Last time on away games, we showed up with like some pizzas, but you can't feed 60 kids with pizza every away game.
no. Walker grabs a whole pizza and he's like, "Well, this one's mine, I guess."
Yeah. He's been raised correctly, so he'll share half with somebody else. But yeah, there are guys that are like, "Oh, I guess this is my dinner," and just
eat a whole pizza.
Well, he's feeding his family too. He's bringing some back for his little brother, and
that's nice.
What are you gonna do? It's high school, but it's like, can you guys please not? Yeah, the part of the problem is that I told you about the breaking in and all of that.
The Molotov cocktail.
Yeah, so they only have one bus. So we went to, I don't know where the hell we went last week, but they have to leave at 4, and the JV plays first, and so all the varsity teams just sitting around for like 3 hours, going, what are we doing now? And so I don't blame people from going, well, I didn't realize I was going to be here at 11 o'clock at night, so I claim this pizza as my own now. It's like I kind of don't blame those guys, but on the other hand, it's like, yeah. Anyway,
if I recall, didn't you guys secure buses? Like that was an issue, and you guys figured it out.
Yeah, but what happens when you donate all the money? We reached the dollar goal that they told us, but then it just gets distributed however the fuck they want. So there's like, their laser timers thing got stolen, and those things are a couple of grand. And what's
going on out there?
Very simple stuff like the pads that they put. They're like wrestling pads that wrap around the bottom of the goalpost so the kids don't whack into it.
Yeah, go unconscious. Yeah,
those are they're gone because of the fire. And so it cost a couple $100, and all that stuff just adds up. And so they go, well, everybody get into one bus.
Yeah. Well, your idea about the pizzas, though, I could totally see the sandwiches is the right way, because then it's like, oh, here's a sandwich. Here's a sandwich. Here's a sandwich.
Right.
Where it's like pizza is so, I mean, you've all been to pizza where it's like, do I take one? Do I take two? Do I take a pie? You know what I mean? It's
and then it's a mess. You know,
too ambiguous. The turkeys, that's a smart play.
Mimi got kind of like overachieving because she was going to offer tons of options, and I'm like, no, when you go to a wedding, it's chicken and fish. So this is a night game, so they get turkey, you're putting lettuce in it, and you're bringing mustard and mayonnaise so they can kind of like
smart.
Yeah, they can do their own
on their own.
Yeah, exactly.
And then for the guys that don't want to do that, hey, peanut butter and jelly. Like, sorry, it's strawberry, but that's what you get.
Right.
Or
hopefully you pack yourself something.
Well, I'm having chicken curry salad wrap that I made myself. So
nice. There you
go. You're like, what pile are those in? Like my pile.
Exactly.
That's my cool Kurt Russell jacket. Full of food.
That's funny because like when Harper was doing some of the volleyball stuff, and then they would get food for all the girls, and then like everyone would be eating, and then like Harper would be like, "Dad, what are you gonna get?" And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get whatever I want. I don't have to be a part of this group. I can eat whatever I want. I don't have to just get Chipotle, you know,
chicken tendies, maybe perhaps."
I have this weird social anxiety thing that I just absolutely cannot eat standing up like at a cocktail party, you know, which is what you're doing on the side of a football field, you know, just like, I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. It's not based in any trauma of my life or anything. If anything, it's probably some kind of like reincarnated life thing where, you know, 200 years ago, I was just like, if I ever get reincarnated, I'm just going to have a fucking great life and not be eating on the side of this pond with Indians shooting at me or whatever.
I was going to say, could you sit and eat though? Like sit in the stands?
It's just, I mean, like if I was at a stadium game, and somebody had like, you know, the whole thing, pretzels, hot dogs, Cracker Jacks, I can do that. But it's just more like, it's more the small talk with like a cocktail napkin in your hand thing, kind of like.
Yeah, I get that.
But it sort of happens at like when we were up at the in comfortable situations with cousins that I love at their lake that I've been to a million times. I have to be sitting at the picnic table. I can't like hang my feet off the dock and just like throw hot dogs after the. I just can't do it. It's just I don't know what it is. I'm too civilized, which is
you know what though?
Irony incarnate.
You know what? There's something there though, because now I'm thinking like when I'm at a work event and I'm with work people, I don't eat.
Yeah,
and I don't know why that is, and maybe it's just something over the course. Like maybe I spilled something on myself a long time ago. I don't even remember. No, but I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not going to eat. I'm not even going to deal with that. I'm here for the socialization. I'll worry about my food options prior or after.
That's what it is with me. It's like I'm here to do a job, whatever it is, even if it's just like not swear in front of Mimi's work friends. But whatever I look at it like I'm here for this event.
Yeah.
And this event isn't me like trying all the different olives. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My last work event, I was the one who started off the buffet. I was like, well, none of you fuckers are gonna do it.
Right. I'm tired and hungry.
Make a big ass plate, carried it, chomping my way to a table.
I think hungry, man. Something like that. Yeah. If you have a table, like a wedding or something, you go get your stuff or whatever. I can do.
What about a bar table? How are you at those?
I think you know.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing though. That's a function of whatever is operating there. It's like, no, this is not the prescribed table chair height that I need to like just fucking hang out and relax with my friends. You know,
I like it. It was too high that it broke some knee angle threshold that that prevents Larry from eating. I love that is. Oh, that's so good. That's got to be in your next group.
I did kind of go into that. Like, I can't have my feet hanging out, not hitting the floor. Well, you have to tell people what this is. This is kind of like an in-joke we're talking about. When we were at the show, we went.
Yeah, San Diego, we go to the Edgewater Grill. We attempt to try other places, but we go to Old Faithful, which is the Edgewater Grill. And for some reason, for 2 consecutive times, they tried to seat us in the bar area. But instead of being normal, like restaurant seating, it was like half bar. Like the tables were just like maybe a foot and a half too high. And then they weren't bar stools. They were just like larger chairs. But your feet definitely, no matter how tall you were, weren't hitting, unless I guess you're a giant. But your feet weren't hitting the ground. So you have dangling feet. and Larry wasn't having it, so but we always got good tables after the fact.
We always got good tables. And what was our waitress's name?
Christy.
Christy.
Yeah.
No,
Christy. Walker and I sent her a note actually when we had COVID afterwards. We were like, we should just send Christy a note saying thanks for remembering us. So
Did you write a letter to the
yeah,
Edgewater
cool.
Grill?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I never told you this, but like maybe Sunday. Yeah, it was definitely Sunday. I'm talking to Walker, and at one point he coughs, put his hand over his mouth, and I feel like liquid hit my face.
Oh
I
no.
was like, oh. He was like,
I guess
sorry about that. I'm like, it happens. And then 2 days later, you're like, oh, we got COVID. And I was like, all right, I guess
I
it's
got
coming.
COVID.
Here we go.
I know the exact moment I got it, but I never got it.
That's good. I know the exact.
That's right. You're the only one who didn't get it.
I know the exact moment. Oh, did you get it, Steve?
I was sick.
Oh,
I never tested for COVID. Oh, hold on. I was sick. I never took the COVID test,
gotcha.
but I was sick. I know I was. Listen, I don't need a little strip to tell me that I was sick. I knew I was sick. So
I had I'm with you, Mark. I know the exact moment. Like Sunday night, he kissed me goodnight, and it was just slobber all over my face. So he's hugging me, and I like even wipe my face off on his shirt, and I'm like, oh man, if I get it, I know that was it. So that's why I blame him.
Well, I think I think
He's a
realizing the entire drive back on Monday as he was slowly getting more and more like
Oh no.
croupy, like
sicker.
like where
Yeah.
he was getting a little more congested, and I'm like,
And stuff, yeah.
oh, the convention crud, man. It just like it's like a slow drip, but this drip is coming.
Yeah.
The wave is coming. So anyway, all
Yeah.
good, all good. Good time.
Anyway,
I ain't
Good
got time to bleed.
worked out.
I had to fly to Detroit like 4 days later, so my body was like, "We'll give you COVID next time. You get a pass this time."
Exactly.
I'm just so grateful you didn't get sick because you did. You had 3 giant trade shows in 3 weeks.
Yeah,
And
I was run down to 3 days in between each one. I was just
my
like,
God. I'm not even sure I could do that now.
Mm.
Like San Diego's rough enough, but
Oh, Mark, is that the frame behind? Is that over your shoulder?
"Oh no, it's right here." Oh, actually, yes, I guess so.
oh, you got to show everybody, man.
Oh, dude, it looks great in that
Yeah,
frame.
That's fantastic.
right?
Is it an actual? Is it
It's
like
not a box frame, but I just put some space in between the glass and the thing.
Look at you. You're like the old Cheap Pete days. You know all the tricks.
Yeah, I didn't realize, which I'm happy I didn't. But the game came with these villain cards, right? And on the back are all these like weird, obscure Spider-Man villains, like Lion Face. And I'm like, if I would have known that, I probably would have been giving them out at the show. The Ringmaster.
That's cool.
Are they blank on the other side?
Oh no, it says their name. It says villain card.
I mean, could you imagine? You should actually send them to what's his name, and have him do all mini sketches of them.
Oh,
Yeah, tiny little head shots.
but yeah, just Venom eating Spider-Man's ass. Doesn't get any better than that.
So yeah, tell Sagasag's here, giving you the whole heads up. Tell him what that is.
So yeah, it was just the board game cover, and my buddy is an artist at Comic-Con, and I was like, "Hey, just add something to it. It could be graphic, it could be funny, it could be whatever you want." And he was like, "I know what to do." And just Venom eating Spider-Man's ass from behind. I just love the Thing's expression, like
He's like, "Oh my
Hey,
God." They're
Jesus
all like,
Christ.
"What is going on? What am I seeing?"
Wait a minute, Venom. That's not consensual.
I just like the idea of Spider-Man bringing it to Reed to like investigate, and then Spider-Man's like, "You know what? It's fine."
Right. It
good.
is what it is.
We'll just go home.
That's awesome. That dude, I'm so glad you pulled the trigger on that and you made that happen. That was so smart. Like,
Yeah.
After that sat on the table for 3 days, and we were both like, maybe no one will buy this.
Well, then you took the board game to Josh, and he's going to do something amazing with it.
Someday, I hope to see it in Comic-Con 2027.
I just love that all the kids, when you came back with that, everybody was like, "Oh, I've been looking at this dumb board game nobody cares about for 3 days, but oh man, Spidey and Venom having sex on the yeah, fuck yeah! How much is? I'll give you $1,000 for that." And you're like, "It's fine, go away."
I know we were going to sell it for $5 or something like
$5,
ridiculous like that, right?
$5, dude.
Wait, what was that?
$5.
What are you wearing, Larry? What is going on?
Oh, I just have my my duct tape glove on, and I was like, $5, fuck you.
Oh, just my duct tape glove. No big deal.
I started watching For All Mankind again, just at lunchtime. So I'm like, oh,
Is there a fourth season?
not yet, but it's coming.
Got it.
Or wait, I forget. Maybe fifth season is coming. Wait, there's 2. Yeah, there is a fourth season. They're on Mars on the fourth season.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, there's a little labor unrest on Mars. They went between season 3 and season 4. They only went like about 15 to 17 years in the future, but it's bananas because they went from having like a formidable moon base to like just fucking Happy Valley on Mars. Like I don't really like. There's no like bunch of construction robots that did all this work. There's not a bunch, and it's only been it's under 20 years, and you already have labor unrest and a class system, and it seems like might have taken a little longer, but it's TV.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, I still love that.
Speaking of that, speaking of labor unrest and all that, I actually watched the Len Weissman Total Recall again last night.
Oh yeah.
It's
okay.
It's not a bad movie, but it's not a Total Recall movie.
Again,
right?
Like if they called it like if they didn't call it Total Recall and called it something else, dude, that movie's solid. And I mean,
like the whole premise of like the one side of the earth is all the poor, the other side of the earth is the rich, and there's a tunnel that goes between the two. And
there's definitely a couple things in it that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool and unique.
Jessica Biel.
And Kate Beckinsale in the same film. You think I'd love that?
Bryan Cranston is
the bad guy. Yeah, man.
Like Colin Farrell was actually pretty solid in it. Then one of the vampire guys from Underworld is in. I can't think of what his name is. Hold on, bear with me.
Scott Speedman.
I wish it was. I wish it was Scott Speedman.
That's the only guy I know. So the thing I love about that is that
Bill Nye, or however you pronounce it, Bnighy.
I love that guy. That's all. He's the only character I like in Love Actually.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Great actor.
Everything else, I think, is just a bunch of treacly soap opera at Christmas. But that guy, he's like, I'm rock and roll. Fuck you. I'm like, yeah, that's my.
I've never seen Love Actually.
It's not bad, man. It's not bad. It gets a lot of shit because people, have glommed onto it.
I actually think I like him better in Pirates.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's in better movies, but I'm saying he's the one thing that makes me able to watch that one. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. He's in all those too. That's right. Okay, he's in a lot of stuff.
They were a bit bitey. Larry, you haven't seen Romulus yet, right?
Not yet.
Oh, dude, that's right.
I was just thinking about that this morning. Once I found out that they CG'd like a fake Ash, I'm like,
I'll
go see it. It's just, I got the hat. That was all I wanted, and now I'm like, I'm probably gonna make my John B. jacket because I've told you that. I think I even said it last week. That I just think that those ships, I want one that has John B on it. And you hear that, the Marvel logo comes up, and then Star-Lord comes in, and everybody gets shot. Yeah, give me that song.
I put my I put my Alien hat with the Nostromo hat. So I have them both up there. They're next to one another because I ordered, he did just the patches. And I'm putting the patch on a black hat because I want it on a black hat. And I got a patch for you, Mark, because I know I've been waiting. So Nostromo crew finally. Larry,
the shorts.
Did I
was going to say, got to get new shorts now to have a new one.
Did I show you the hold on. Oh, that's why. Okay, that's why I'm losing my mind. Bear with me.
Your Alien Romulus poster, is that it?
Yeah. Yep. Now this is right. Okay. Can you see it?
Yeah,
well, Larry's face
is in the way. Let's see if I can get that down.
Oh, how do you make it? Hold on. Let me do this.
That was good. It was perfect.
Told me to remove Steve. Here,
where'd Larry go? Go, Larry.
There we go.
I sacrificed myself so we could see it.
I know, tough to see, cool, but man.
That's the prospector guy or whatever they call him, right?
What do you mean?
Is that the space jockey?
He's
no,
called The Offspring.
The Offspring.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I dug it. Yeah.
I saw some cool ass previs art of the spacesuits, and I'm like, oh,
yeah. Have you seen the? Have you? Yeah, there's a couple. I'm hoping they do an art book for it. I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I'm sure they will too.
But I saw a couple of the main girl in it.
Yeah.
And it looks good and like weathered. It looks really good. It was good. No complaints.
Wait, is it Davis Kidd?
Is it? No. What I love is on the suits they have the laces on the actual gloves, because that's the mechanical pressure, because they just can't be bothered to like inflate your suit. Oh, dude, that's just so good. Everything about it, and it echoes the Nostromo environment suits, right? With all those late. Yeah, see, I kind of don't want to go see the movie. I just want the art book, because
yeah, exactly. I'm actually looking
at the movie, and I'll be like, "Can you just pause this for a minute? I gotta look at every single fucking thing on the screen."
Yeah. And they have the pulse rifle, like an updated white version. That I'm like, well, I need that on my wall. For God's sake.
Well, did you see what it was though? It's a copy. It's the pulse rifle and the flamethrower. It's an amalgam.
Combined?
Yeah. So it's like, it's cool. They're the Nostromo guys are. He's saying he's doing something next. I don't know what he's doing, but something's coming. Those guys that spectacular for one guy.
Yeah, that's insane. His stuff is insane.
So good, and he goes the extra mile.
I want to ask him, like, hey man, like, I don't need that, Dallas's Nostromo jacket, because he actually helped me with the stuff on the back, like, because
really?
He's Ezekiel on the RPF.
That's
so I've known him as an Alien fan for a long time. But so when you told me, oh, this cool new thing, and I was like, oh man, these guys are awesome. Oh no, it's just Ezekiel. He is awesome, but he's doing the jacket, so I don't need the jacket. But oh my god, those front pockets in the front! I'm like, hey man, I got $200-$300 for you to just do the pockets and send them to me, right? Because then my jacket will be.
Then your jacket's perfect.
Yeah,
you gotta find me a reference photo, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Hold on.
So just look up Dallas, right? Or Tom Skerritt from Alien, and when he's wearing the green jacket that said Nostromo, it's got laces up the arms. Okay. It's actually, check it out, a Mark II RAF winter jacket that they just put some white piping on the collar. They opened it up. And then Ripley's jumpsuit that has all those laces on it. That's actually a pressure suit that they use, and that they just tightened up on Sigourney Weaver's 24-year-old ass. But all the other stuff, they just glommed it onto the other jackets and stuff. Like, so all those laces and stuff are actually from pressure suits that they just cut up and made detailed visual interest parts on. Like John Hurt's jacket has them. Everybody's a little different, but yeah, I love that.
I need after buying this, and
yeah, there you go. Is that the one he's making, or is that?
This is on Etsy.
That's on Etsy. Here, hold on.
Holy shit! Oh my god, really? $400? That's, I probably spent $400 doing mine, so that's not bad.
Zip up jacket.
What's that called? Here's how do I find that on Etsy, man?
I'll send you a link.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna say, just do Nostromo jacket.
Does it come up with Nostromo?
No, I typed in Dallas jacket alien. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I'm taking over. That's what it was supposed to look like, but they decided to go with the darker version.
Oh, I kind of like that.
Right. I'm glad they did, actually.
And that's Prop Store of London has this one, or had it. I don't know if they still do.
Yeah, that's from a while ago, the prototype, right?
Yeah. That's I just remember seeing that a million years ago. Oh, all the alien stuff, so spectacular.
Alien, we love Alien, don't we?
Too much. Oh, there you go.
Oh, thanks, Mark. Yeah, just sent me a.
Well, what's that? Hey, Larry, what's this package in the mail that you just got? When you order.
I was like, "What have you seen?" Oh, because I was like, "Here's my little kid helmet that I needed for the."
Oh, is that for the rollerball?
The rollerball guard in the front. Yeah. So there's when you were like, "What new package?" I'm like, "Well, I'm supposed to get my punk rock spikes today for my helmet." But what have you heard?
I love that. I love that you're doing a rollerball helmet. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
What brought that about?
I love that movie. And one day Mimi works on East Coast time now, so like she gets up at 5, which means I do too, because I just sleep very lightly. And but I'll stay in bed because it's cold, man, and I'm all soft and warm. So she goes outside, but I'll just get my phone and just start reading crazy shit. And Rick Austin and I were talking about rollerball, and I was like, hey, that's cool. It seems like you should be able to get a rollerball helmet at like 5:15 in the morning one day. And I looked, and you can't. The company that made them in the 70s went out of business. But right before they did in 2013, they went out of business because of the coronavirus. But in 2013, they did a run of the 5 helmets of rollerball, and they're all like, I'm just like, holy shit, can I get one of those? But immediately they were all sold, and everybody keeps them because they're awesome.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh,
TOS Excalibur. Now I'm so happy. Sag, someday we're gonna have to just like get all of our costumes and just like go down to like Yerba Buena, where the museum is, and there's that waterfall thing. Like every time I walk by it, I'm like, that is 100% someplace somebody in Next Generation would be walking by, doing something like, oh well, we are in the Beta Mutara Nebula or whatever, and it would just be some nonsense at JPL in LA or something, right?
You should redo all the pictures from the what's the riot that we missed?
The Bell riots.
Dude, I brought that up. I read I told you it showed up in my Slack at work. It was
that's insane.
That's like the funniest thing ever. I love that. But you I don't know. You should all get dressed up and go do that, and then take pictures where all that was filmed, because that's in wasn't that in San Francisco?
Yeah, it was the bloodiest riot in human history, or something like that.
The homeless, right? The homeless went crazy, or something.
Everybody went crazy. It's San Francisco, man.
It sounds like a Tuesday.
So the thing I'm really interested in is which of the non-canonical Excalibur insignias is Chris putting on his shirt. That's what I want to know. But anyway, we have these cool Enterprise jackets, and I can't believe Chris and I have not worn our Enterprise jackets and gone to go get like House of Bagels in Daly City or something.
Sorry. Oh God.
Mark's like, fuck you guys.
I remember there was a hot minute. Do you remember this, Mark? Where Larry? Oh, go on. I'll tell you. I remember when there was a hot minute, Larry, where you were talking about potentially getting an office outside of your house, and then you were gonna actually like put some of your stuff to display.
Oh yeah.
I always thought that was a absolutely fascinating, wonderful idea.
Maybe someday. I did solve that though up by the Noriega Safeway. Across the street, there's like a mail drop place and mailboxes, etc. But it's a local thing. And upstairs, the guy just has like cubicles that you can just rent. And so
Smart.
I just give him $100, and then it's like $10 an hour or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not too bad. It's better than that, actually.
So it sounds like WeWorks.
Yeah, it's something like that, except it's just some guy.
It's just some guy who owns a property, and he's like, get people in it and use my internet if you need to.
He has the retail space on the bottom, and above he couldn't rent out because nobody cared. And so instead of making it into an apartment or condo or something, he just made it an open plan workspace thing. And there's a kitchen there, but like it's an office kitchen.
Yeah.
And exactly. Fucking awesome. Like when they work on our house every once in a while, and like if I just can't concentrate and I have to do something, I just I just roll up there and go, "Hey Tom," and he's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you for 3 years," and I'm like, "Yeah, they're working on my road." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah. That's a lot of my teammates. They do the WeWork stuff because they're just like they're like, I don't really have like, a lot of people like they don't have an office, like a room that they can make an office. They're like desk is pushed up at the edge of their bed. So then it's like they're getting out of bed and going to a desk. So then it's like, well, at least then you're kind of venturing out and into the world and
giving you a reason to take a shower and clean yourself up.
I prefer staying at home, but that's just me. As do you. I know Mark, and as does Larry. So
I see myself in this Facebook post, and I don't like it. Mark goes, "Give you a reason to like take a shower." It's like I'm pretty good about that because like I like being married, and but yeah, Mimi's going to New York on a business trip, not next week, but the week after. And I spent about 30 seconds looking at the calendar this morning going, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to shower.
Maybe on the way back. Maybe like right before you pick her up from the airport.
Back. Right. Yeah, we clean up the house, Walker and I tidy up.
Well, you having a kid guarantees that you'll definitely make food and eat food.
Yeah, that's never been a problem. I would always take care of myself, but I would forget to interact with society.
I like avoiding society though as much as I can. I think I've grown so accustomed to that.
No,
I like to bring society into here a little bit. Like, I'll like,
you would make a good Dr. Chris Neville, just living in your little house, running on your treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm so excited I got that horror movie reference.
I know. I made it before you.
It's because I have the autographed book by Richard Matheson.
Matheson?
Yeah. I know I've told that story. The Nobody thing, his daughter was one of the producers on Nobody. The Charlie Adler.
When you did the pilot. Right?
Thing, yeah. So I was rapping and I was like, man, I love your dad's stuff. And I just like rattled some stuff off. It wasn't Hollywood ass kissing, like, oh yeah. I was like, oh no. Like I just, and there was actually a then recent news thing where some guy did an adaptation of Nightmare at 30,000 Feet, but only used the airplane safety brochures of like how to get out.
Funny.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And he had just said, like, look, I'm really sorry. This is a high quality work. I love what you did, but you have to take that down. That's illegal, and I didn't authorize that. And once again, it's awesome, and I love it personally, but from a legal standpoint, you can't do that. And the kid, it was like somebody in his 20s. He was like, I'm just happy you saw it. Thank you for the saying it. I'm taking it down immediately. And so that was in the news. And so I told her about that. And she's like, oh, yeah, you really follow his stuff. I'm like,
yes. I have a Google alert for his name.
I do.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I was trying to find it, but I guess they took it down.
Sorry. That's the internet.
Well, that's old internet too.
So Chris, did you get a gold one or blue one for sciences or a red one? And then which Excalibur Signia are you using? I hope it's the planet with Excalibur the sword coming out of it, because that one's good. The other ones that's just like weird shapes. It's like,
man, I'm gonna look up what these things are. I don't know what this means.
So it's kind of gold. Okay, it's getting gold. Did you get the rank braid one? Did you get the captain one and you're just gonna cut the Enterprise off? Oh, not the sword one. Oh, I'm sorry, we can't be friends anymore.
Oh,
not the sword one. That one's by the other one is the one by what's his name? Charisman? I don't know. Anyway, I'm glad that you got all excited about the Star Trek shirts. And
is this what we're talking about?
Well, those are the insignias. That's the Enterprise arrowhead that for some reason they call the Delta. But yeah, if you just don't say Excalibur, just put Star Trek like if you just put Star Trek insignias with an S, the image might come up. that
It's funny. I had this thing saved on my phone for the longest time, Larry. It was something you sent that like showed every single one. It was like this little.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get Steve to. Yeah.
Is it this?
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
yeah, no, scroll down. These are all the arrowheads. There's yeah. It's a little, well, you've heard me and John Price go off about this, right?
Yeah.
There we go. See that gold one? Yeah, that one right there. Is that the one I sent you?
it was very reminiscent. Yeah.
Yeah, because this is the one by.
Hold on, let me stop sharing because it's not letting it. Bear with me.
That's the one that Joseph Karazman did way back in the day, and it comes from a couple of episodes. The Constitution one. See the one in the two in the corner, the lower right corner. There's the square, the rectangle. That's the Exeter. And then there's that thing, the pretzel. It doesn't. That's from the Constitution.
Well, let me zoom in.
And then in the upper left, the Enterprise and the Defiant were all used in shows too.
Okay, but all these other ones are not.
Just extrapolated. I really like the one next to the Defiant, the third from the right on the top. I mean, third from left on the top. It's got like planets and stuff. No, the next to the other way. That one, yeah. I like that one. And the one for the Intrepid in the lower left. That one, that's kind of cool because of course you'd think a Vulcan ship would use the IDIC, except it would be turned on the side.
Isn't the Yorktown a real ship though? These are
all
one of the movies. Yeah. Are any of these in the movies?
No, these are all real ships that have all been named and shown. But there's some controversy about. So in the old show, you have 4 different ships with 4 different patches, and John Cooley, this guy was an Air Force veteran, was trying to apply U.S. military insignia heraldry to the Enterprise to Star Trek. Because all those guys were World War II veterans, right? And so they had this paramilitary thing with a rank system and everything. And so he's trying to say, because of this memo that was put out after the Omega Glory episode with a rectangular one for the Exeter that I love so much, there was a memo that said, "Hey, I don't know how that happened. The Enterprise Arrowhead is just that's Starship service. So if all ships have that one." Well, they never showed it, except for the times they did. They gave the guys different stuff because of visual storytelling, and it's most important in that one with the Yangs and the Combs and because you have 2 guys wearing fucking full-on gold captain shirts, and if they're both wearing Enterprise things, no one in the '60s is gonna fucking know what's going on. Like, why are those 2 guys fighting? Why are there 2 captains of the Enterprise? Like. You know what I mean? But you just this one's square instead of an arrowhead. Oh, yeah, that's a guy who does the same job, but he's a bad guy and they're having a conflict. It's fucking storytelling 101. And yet, for some reason, the Star Trek guys have it all in their heads that it has to be this one icon that they can trademark. So when you do a Google search, only that fucking nonsense comes up. And it takes guys that knows what they're looking for a minute and a half to find this one little thing that before that was the thing everybody referred to, So as an old Star Trek fan, I just kind of don't like that. Anyway, that's the source of it. And so that's why Chris and I and John, all the guys that talk about Star Trek, the insignia thing is fun because you get to be part of a club, but Kirk and Spock are doing their thing over there.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm going to be in the. Like John Price made up his own shit, the Kitty Hawk. That's never been referenced. That's awesome. Oh, I think that's cool as shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's like fan fiction, man. You can't kill that stuff, man. You got to let that live.
Yeah.
I actually designed his insignia for him. I don't know if he's going to use it, but it's a square with a round circle with a dot with 2 lines and a vertical one. And it's supposed to be the Wilbur and Orville flyer, but it's supposed to be the propeller and the wings and the vertical thing.
Oh, that's pretty sick.
But it's all stylized. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I'm gonna get a long road getting from there to here.
I did watch. I can't watch the beginning of that show, but I did watch the one where they find the Defiant just recently because I just did that shirt. That's what Chris is talking about. I got the red shirt with a Defiant logo because there's a bit where somebody gets shot and they turn him over and he's got this cool thing. So, but that's why I get so angry about the Star Trek people going, no, that's not canonical. That's a mistake. It's not a mistake. They fucking filmed it in a fucking episode that everybody checked off on, and Mike Okuda designed it. I mean, fucking Star Trek people made an episode of Star Trek, and you're telling me that, that's just wrong? No, sorry.
That's why I kind of like, dude, I mean, that's why Lower Decks does it so well, where it's like, oh no, everyone just kind of wears what they wear. You know, there's different class levels where like they'll be wearing the Picard later seasons of Next Gen jackets, but then some guys won't be wearing that.
I love that show so much. When is that coming out? Poor Steve, we lost him. He doesn't care about.
Listen, my thing is, I'm just trying to like mentally like, are they talking about the same Star Trek show or is this a different Star Trek show? That's all
Star Trek, baby.
No, but it's like I know Lower Decks. That's the animated one. Right. You said Defiant. Is that a show?
No,
it wasn't. Yeah, but the Defiant I was talking about.
See, I just got to connect dots, man.
Was
That's
the
all
one
I'm trying to do.
Enterprise, because you were singing. You sang the song, and it made me think of the Defiant from Enterprise.
I sang the opening song from Enterprise, Steve.
Okay,
come on, Steve. Get with the program.
That's
Steve.
Scott Bakula, right? Enterprise.
Yes.
Quantum Leap, Scott Bakula.
Yes.
But Enterprise is pre-Enterprise, pre-Kirk Enterprise.
Yes.
See, I know some of this stuff.
It's the first warp-capable ship.
So Scott Bakula from Quantum Leap leapt into Star Trek.
There has to be like 50 YouTube edits of somebody doing that.
Someone explaining why Dr. Sam Beckett was able to leap outside his timeline because, I don't know, he was near a planet with a warp hole.
A quantum string.
Yeah.
I shared something with Mark last night on Instagram that I think is one of the funniest. Have you ever heard of, Mark, is the comic called Garfield Without Garfield? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes, I have heard of that.
Okay.
Very existential.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
I agree 100%.
Someone made Friends where they remove all the other friends except Ross, and it's Ross talking to everyone and interacting, but no one's there. It's a 2-minute clip.
Oh my god.
It's so insane. I cried for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds hilarious.
Yes. I don't know who did it. Find it. It's unbelievable how good it is. And of course they pick Ross because he's the one that would be schizophrenic.
That goes from 0 to 60 emotionally.
Yeah. Anyway, really, really good.
I love Mark being backlit, and it looks like his cat is just levitating.
Oh, well, the cat was cleaning itself before, which was when Marlo walked in real quick, and Marlo was like, "Is that a cat?" And I was like, "Yes, that's a cat."
So the thing I got going on right now is that I have a copy of Tremors on VHS coming that I bought off of eBay for like $10 because I'm convinced I watched it on Amazon recently, and there's a bit of dialogue in it that I am 100% has been edited. It drives me crazy.
No doubt.
I remember it so differently.
I have no expertise on Tremors, but I can tell you they change that shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
Did you hear what happened with Mark Hamill? They just did like a Batman cartoon that has Joker in it, and they just hired somebody else. And the fans freaked out. They're like, that's not Mark Hamill. That doesn't sound like the Joker. And Disney, to their everlasting credit, didn't make a big deal. They just called him up and went, "Hey man, can you just redo the sound for us?" And he's like, "Yeah, absolutely. You're paying me, right? Yeah, come in." and so then they recorded it, they put it into the movie and uploaded it in a week. And then didn't announce it. They were just like, and then the kids who noticed it before noticed that it was like, "Hey, I think this is Mark Hamill. It's definitely a different performance." And then Disney went, "Yeah, you got us. We listened to you." And Mark Hamill was like, "I kept my mouth shut, but are you guys happy now?" Oh man, everybody who gives Disney shit though, I mean, they didn't have to do that. Just fucking eat it. It's a Batman cartoon. That's Joker. He's laughing. No, you don't like it. You're right. Here's Mark. All the infrastructure that has to happen for them to just like reload it like a week to 10 days later and not mention anything. That's bananas. Cool. Good job, Disney.
DLC, downloadable content.
So the Tremors you purchased, did you purchase a screener or another? Because maybe that could be a faulty version of Tremors.
Oh God! I hope not. Wait, the VHS I bought?
Yeah. Did you buy?
We'll see.
Okay. Interesting.
It was an original, not re-release of Tremors.
So 96.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm gonna watch one specific scene and then put it on my bookcase and never look at it again.
And what is the scene? What do you have mentally in your head? Is it is it dirty language that you're like, oh, they definitely edited this out?
Yes, it's the dad from Family Ties and Reba McEntire when the tremor thing breaks through their basement wall.
Yep.
And he's like, looks like you broke into the wrong gosh darn rec room, didn't you, you bastard? I'm like, no.
That's not what he says.
That's not what he says.
Interesting.
Do you think Amazon would have been playing the TV edit? Because that stuff happens all the time.
It seems like that. Because I remember a TV version where he goes, broke into the wrong rec room, didn't you, you big jerk? And I was like, So I was already like mentally prepared to like.
Oh, you were ready. You were sitting with Jez and you're like, I'm going to do line for line.
I paid $4 and he says, bastard. No way. And then he says, these mother humpers. And I'm like, they didn't say mother humpers.
Not in Tremors.
Tremors, baby.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt that they're probably going back and editing out some stuff like that.
No, they absolutely are. Everybody is doing this. It's because that's why there's the whole like just buy physical media.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I was chatting about that with guy Scott I work with today, and we were talking about how when streaming started, what he brought to my attention, which I totally forgot. He goes, "Do you remember when streaming started? They gave you multiple audio tracks on streaming in the very beginning." So that was like the jump from like DVD to streaming was, oh, you buy a DVD because you maybe want the director's audio or something like that. And in the very beginning, I don't remember this. And maybe I just forgot, but you used to be able to like cycle through the audio in like early streaming and you could get the director's commentary of stuff. We were actually talking about director's commentaries and he was saying how, I was saying how that doesn't exist anymore. Like, how do you get that? Yeah. Like, how do you get to, like, how do I, like, we were talking about Romulus and I was like, I want director's commentary from that director because he made all that stuff. I want to hear what he's talking about when stuff's going on in that movie. And it's like,
he's even said that there's like 3 alien Easter eggs in that movie that people haven't caught.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm just, how do you get director's commentary now? And then we were trying to figure out what our favorite one was. And I asked before I say mine, do you have a favorite director's commentary that you listen to?
I do.
Yes. Larry, you go first.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say Kurt and John Carpenter on Escape from New York as they just get slightly buzzed drinking beers because you just feel like I'm watching Escape from New York with you guys.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say because also like the Kurt Russell, John Carpenter asked him a question about like, have you ever worked in a situation where it was just difficult and someone was making things very hard on the set? And he's like, yeah, I think that was the last movie I just did. And it was me. And I remember just thinking like, okay, when was this commentary recorded? What movie was it? And it was clearly talking about 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Oh,
that movie is just notorious for being shitty.
That's a
my
good movie,
other commentary, dude. Yeah, no, I mean just the experience around it because it's like, Kurt Russell with their big egos. Yeah. The director was like a nobody.
Well, it's the 2 Wyatt Earps. You realize that, right?
It's the 2 Wyatt Earps. That's funny.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, I made the better Wyatt Earp movie. No, I made the better Wyatt Earp movie. No, we're both Elvis. No, I met Elvis. No, I acted with Elvis. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that's a. Anyway, sorry. Oh, what was your second one?
Oh, and my second is Resident Evil because it's Mila Jovovich drunk trying to make out with Michelle Rodriguez the entire time.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
Mine is the Conan one. With,
that's cool.
Arnold and Milius.
That's a great
Nice.
one.
Yeah. Arnold is funny on commentary because he just will talk about what's on the scene. He's like, yeah, so I'm like, you see, I am picking up the sword and I am swinging it. And it's like, yeah, man.
We see it. You don't have to, Yeah, anyway.
We're watching the movie with you, buddy.
He did one for Total Recall too, which I remember being pretty good. But I'd have to go back and and listen to that one.
There's Spotify's that have like the movie commentaries out there. There's a John
really?
Carpenter one of all his. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
For a while when I was running was just listening to movie commentaries. And that's where I listened to the Escape from New York one.
What a good idea.
Yeah. It's like a podcast, but it's a movie I've seen 1,000 times. So I don't need to actually watch the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't,
you can watch it in your brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just listen to Arnold. I'm swinging the sword now.
So right now you see there's a camel and I punch it in his face and we laugh and we make a joke about it. I'm like, yeah, man. I know.
That's what's killing me. I just picture you like standing next to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Going, Arnold says something, and you just look at him and go, "Yeah, man. Yeah."
I know.
That guy's still. They
filmed that.
That guy's still on my Mount Rushmore of like just to meet him to shake his hand would be pretty damn cool. I'm very very few people still on that list. So
I listen to his podcast every day when I'm
really
out on my trot, and because it's always this is the positive corner of the internet. Let me tell you, everybody fucking sucks. Fuck you. Pick up that heavy stuff. Drink your chia seeds.
Chia seeds? Does he drink chia seeds?
It's just I kind of don't listen because I'm huffing and puffing like an old man down the beach, But every once in a while he'll just say something.
Yeah,
I have to stop and laugh.
He's like, when you're having a bad day, just go into your hot tub and have your butler give you some champagne, and then go hang out with your little ponies. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I could try that. I don't.
Yeah, man.
I don't have a hot tub, a butler, or a ponies, but yeah, maybe I can figure something out. Maybe my bathtub and not get yelled at.
I'm just gonna do a market.
Hire Milton Berle to write you some jokes and.
His book was pretty good. I got his book for my birthday last October. I liked it. A lot of you see why he turned out the way he did though. There's a lot of crazy shit in his life, and you either get consumed by it or force life to your will.
Yeah, well,
he's one of those guys that a clip will pop up from an interview that he did 20 years ago, and you're like, I never knew that. Like how Lucille Ball was instrumental in getting him his first big break.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Really? Yeah.
It's funny how that how you could go 45 years in Hollywood and then a story comes out you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. It's just it's like when they still tell you stuff about Clint Eastwood or something like that, and you're like, Clint Eastwood's 100 years old. Don't we know everything about this man now? How is there still shit we don't know?
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of Arnold, speaking of Arnold related stuff, do we know anything? Is there any new information about the Running Man remake that Edgar Wright's doing? Do we know anything about that?
No, I haven't heard anything for a while.
Your Twisters guy is in it.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn
Is
Powell?
that his name? Yeah.
Yay. That's awesome.
But that's all I know about it. And
yes, please.
And it's Shaun of the Dead guy, right? Is
Edgar Wright? Yeah.
Yeah, Edgar Wright.
Cool.
Just trying to find new stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess it's a good stopping point as we all just stare at the screen thinking about what this.
Well, hold on. What did we do last time? We tried to figure out the next movie we were going to see.
I remember I had a pee so bad and you guys started talking about California IDs. I'm like, all right, guys, I got it.
All right. Well, we're not going to do that.
I actually told that to
splitting at the
Mimi.
seams. I'm like,
why did you do that to Mark? And we're like, oh, sorry.
Well, hold on. We were doing movies, what we wanted to see. And I feel like we skipped over one that was a big one. Where was it? I wrote it down.
Real IDs. I did find out that I have a real ID, so thank you guys.
Oh, there you go.
That worked out.
I had to pair with the star.
Okay, I wrote it down because I was like, I don't know how I glossed over it.
Ooh.
Gladiator 2.
Oh yeah.
Any interest? I have no interest.
Not at all.
I wanted the Gladiator 2 where it's Russell Crowe in heaven fighting God.
Yeah, he was going to fight Jesus Christ himself.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it was going to be?
Yes, that was so bananas. I was like, I don't know if I'm buying in, but if there's going to be a Gladiator 2, that's the one I want. And now it's just like, hey, it's a couple years later, it's still fucking Rome, and it's Denzel Washington instead of Russell Crowe. I don't need that movie as much as I love the first one. But yeah, I mean, I'm with
Ridley Scott.
I'm with Tim. It is a Ridley Scott movie. I'll just see it like 3 weeks after all my friends. That's all.
Well, it'll be. You know what? I'm wondering if it will be like Deadpool, Wolverine, and Romulus, or it's going to be like Borderlands, where it's like comes out and it like
quietly gets put on the streaming.
Yeah, the balloon deflates in like 2 days, and then it's on streaming like in 2 weeks.
It's on Borderlands is on streaming already.
Oh, yeah. It went. Yes, it definitely is.
Oh my god!
They'll even give you $5 back if you buy it.
That's horrible.
I'm not even kidding.
That's horrible.
Wait, when is it? Is it August? Yeah, it came out August 30th.
Yeah, that's a week ago.
It quietly just never went to theaters and went right to streaming.
I mean,
it wasn't in theaters at all.
No, it was. It was.
Was it?
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, I thought it but it wasn't out for 2 weeks. So.
No, it was came out the 11th.
Oh my god!
And it made.
And it was streaming on the 30th.
Yeah, it made.
That's insane.
Can I get the total? Where's the total? Oh my god! It only made 31 million worldwide.
Worldwide? Oh no!
Oh,
and I think it cost like 170.
Yeah.
Yikes!
So, and then just for reference, I think Romulus cost 48 million.
Huh.
And it's made almost 300 million.
Hell yeah!
All right.
So it's good.
That works.
Gladiator 2. Okay, so Gladiator 2 is a thumb down. Oh, and then what was the last thing? There's the Reacher actor is in a new movie. I
heard about that.
And I can't think of what it's called.
Is it with Hilary Swank?
I saw a picture of him standing next to some dude, and I was like, oh, he's giant. But yeah, he was all in costume and beat up and stuff, and the other guy was like,
what was it? What is it called?
I will say, if you guys haven't seen The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, that movie is amazing, and he's in that with Superman.
Yes, we did see it. We saw that when it came out because Mimi loves Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is a true story, so we should watch this.
And it's Reacher just cutting out Nazi hearts for 2 hours.
And just shooting people with a bow and arrow from like 6 miles away, and the arrow goes clean through him because he's fired it with his giant muscles. Just everything about that movie was great. I loved it.
What the hell is it called? I can't think of what it's called. I saw something about it recently. Motor City?
Okay.
Yeah, Motor City. Hold on, let me see who's directing that. It interests me. The article was good.
Oh yeah.
All right. I got to get going because we're going to the football game.
Oh, you're actually going to go to the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck to the boy.
I got to deliver the 6,000 turkey sandwiches.
Yeah. Walker's got like a full-on like shoulder brace now. It's pretty funny.
Well, the young man good luck and safe travels, and hopefully he gets home before midnight. And
hopefully.
And he gets to school tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Thank you. Thanks everyone for watching. And next week, I want to know if you join. I want to know what your best, or I want more advice and more recommendations on director's commentary. So
nice.
So bring more ideas.
Yes, we'll do.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Bye, buddy. Bye.
Ooh.